Good morning. It's November 30th, and we're going to do what's going on in the market. So, right now in Pasco County, there's 4,103 listings, and that has been going up, up, up. There's 1,351 pendings, and that's actually gone up a bit. And we're going to do 30-day solds by doing minus 30, minus 37. And actually, there's 1,357 versus 1,351 pendings. Interesting. So what I'd like to do is deal with the flood zone properties for now and what's happened over the last 2 weeks in Pasco County. I was primarily looking at flood homes, but we're going to look at everything on the east side, not just the waterfronts. So right now in the flood zones, there are 643 properties, and that actually I left out one flood zone, which is the VE, which is V, and when we add those in, there's 654 properties. Pendings are 167, and the 30-day solds are 149. And that's actually probably the most interesting, what's going on in the flood zones as far as solds. Let's just do the the west side of the county. We'll do that by drawing a map. Or drawing on the map. And this will give us everything that's going on the coast. So there's 83 properties that have transacted in this area. And let's run through the lowest priced ones because these are generally the ones that flooded. And we know this, having done the condos the other day. This Marine Parkway sold for $10,200 in 21 days. They were asking substantially more. They were asking $29,000 and they settled on $10,200. You got to wonder if that's a related party transaction. All right, Senate Manor got crushed. This one was asking $30,000. It sold for $30,000. Congressional in Senate Manor asking $60,000, sold for $35,000. Another one on Congressional in Senate Manor asking $50,000, sold for $43,000. Rustic did not flood, but it sold for $50,000. We talked about this one. Gulfville Condos asking $86,000, sold for $72,000. Asking $86,000, sold for $72,999. Sandra, $85,000, sold for $75,000. Sandra's got a real challenge because it flooded terribly. And a lot of these homes right here have the red tag for uninhabitable. You got to ponder what they're thinking on this because I would definitely be reluctant to get involved there. In fact, there were some tax deed sales in there in the last couple of weeks that went for like $8 or $10,000. Here's a condo, $82,000, sold for $76,000. $92,000, sold for $80,000. Westport, asking $125,000, sold for $80,000. Having a rough little end of life, circle of life story there. $125,000 on Green Key, sold for $85,000. Suffered flood damage. This neighborhood over here, Manor Beach Estates, this is very low lying. All these properties in here, up here in Gulf Coast Estates, Bayou Vista, Gulf, all of these. The property right here was under like 6.5 feet of water. Yeah, all this flooded terribly, terribly. I know I live right here. Yeah, you got to wonder about this. 125,000 sold for 85,000 in 4 days. Well, it went under contract in 4 days. Gardens at Beacon Square did not flood. This did flood. 129,000 sold for $92,000. You know what? That's actually, let's take this one. 13,100 cabin. 13,100 cabin. So what I'm doing is, if you've been watching the videos, you know I'm really concerned about these. Oh, look at the building here is taxed at 145,000, so they're likely going to be okay. The 49% rules means they can spend over $70,000 on rehab. It'll be interesting to see if they get a permit. I need to do a permit. I did permits in Vista Del Mar. We need to do permits in Signal Cove. 124,000 sold for 100,000. Mallet. This one blew me away. I used to own this house. 124,000. It flooded terribly. $110,000. I've gone by there and I haven't seen a permit. 139,000 sold for 118. Berlin is over there by kind of by Gildog. It's very low lying area right here. Quist and Berlin. First deal I ever did in 2000 was on Berlin. I don't think it was that one though. Cabin Court in Signal Cove, 124,000 sold for 124,000 in 2 days. Beacon Court, 149,000 sold for 124,900. Jasmine Acres, very low lying. Asking 100 grand, sold for $125,000. What the heck? One picture sold for 25,000 over the asking price in 1 day. Wow. You just got to wonder. Sometimes you just got to go, Let's see if I can get this map to come up. Yeah, this is very low lying area. Avery, Olsner. Wow. I hear they're putting up big. This property right here has got some action going on. I hear. We'll see if it happens. Actually, there's a lot of big parcels that looks like they're looking at developing. At least that's what the rumors are on Facebook. And you know what Abraham Lincoln said. You can't believe everything you see on Facebook. All right, Coxswain asking 149, sold for 125 in 0 days. Palm Lake. Now, this hardly fits our criteria, but anyway, 200,000 sold for $137,000. Wow, 0 days. Didn't give it a chance to get some more action before taking $63,000 less than the asking price. 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-car garage, block home, $137,000. All right, well, there's just way too many. So let's go ahead and just look at the last. Oh, these were 30-day solds. All right, so we were looking at them. Let's look at the 14-day pendings. And 30 properties have gone under contract in this time frame. This one went under contract in 5 days at $28,000 asking price. Senate Manor went under contract in 5 days for $35,000 asking price. Here's a flood condo, went under contract in 15 days. Gardens at Beacon Square did not flood, but there it is. 5 days it went under contract. Cash only, half an acre. Where is this? Oh, right off Old Dixie. Yeah, it flooded over here. Really deep water there. Royal Palm and Jasmine Acres flooded. 125,000 went under contract in 23 days. Saltwater, 135,000. I know the guy. He'll be going, that's my property. He'll be watching. Tower Drive under contract in 5 days. Port Court in Signal Cove under contract in 20 days. Indies, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-car garage. This home has the potential to be a great home again. Remember when 322 sold for 120 grand? With a fireplace? Of course, we don't know what the actual execution price is. We'll be watching, though. Bay Boulevard, probate listing, 5 days, 62 days in Beacon Square, 12 days in Gervin Plaza. Gervin Plaza. Very, very wet area. Very, very low lying. Run away. 199,000. Be surprised if that goes anywhere near that. Aloha Gardens did not flood. Beacon Square flooded, but just at the furthest west point. Sea Pines on Hatteras, 235,000, went under contract in 8 days. 4-foot high drywall removed. Sea Ranch on Kathleen, 2 days. This is actually a pretty nice house. I've talked about it before. Brent Street didn't flood. Gene Rossi, $320,000 for a 222. San Mateo, Westport. We talked about it. Westport's a little challenging. San Sierra in Westport. Condo on the 7th floor. Eve Lane, $350,000 in 1 day. Oh, lovely pool. Drywall's all done. So do we take a chance? 13617 Eve Lane. Let's take a look at the permitting. We talked about it. How do you get to the permit site? You look for the Acela. It's this ACA-PROD-Acela. Impact fees. Okay, when we go to permitting, you think you'd go to permit, but I don't know why. We go to building. And it's taking a moment here. And let's go down here to 13617 Eve Lane. 13617 Eve Lane. Is that how you spell it? Eve Lane. It is how you spell it. Search. Hurricane Helene. Replacement of the garage door. Replace 4 exterior door. Replace damaged cabinets and guest and bath and kitchen. Repair to home from water. Permit was closed. I wonder what this 1 means. Additional masonry or masonry and frame exterior walls. All right, so it looks like this was done correctly. And $350,000 in 1 day. Can't wait to see what it sells for. Driftwood Isles, this flooded. $375,000. This was on the market for 249 days. Marine Parkway. Baden did not flood. And where is this? Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm sure this flooded. And this is not good water, this Oyster Bayou. It has this Wigwam Creek to get out. There's Wigwam right there. Yeah, this is challenging Gulf access, but excuse me. No, I'm sorry. This is okay Gulf access. Here's challenging Gulf access right here, because here you have to go out Wigwam Creek. Yeah, this is actually, look at that. This is actually a whole lot different Gulf access. I still don't think you can have a sailboat or anything, but you should be able to get out in your pontoon boats and your 22-foot outboards. And Florimar Gulf Harbors, $495,000, went under contract in 5 days. Sea Colony, multi-story, Garland, $825,000. Experience the tropical lifestyle you've been dreaming of. All right, so those are the pendings. Let's look at the new listings over the last 14 days in this criteria. 64 homes have been listed. 28,900. Okay, I've got the condos, and this property has great bones. This has been flooded. Need to verify applicable changes. $28,000. That's off Trouble Creek. Yeah, this is very low lying over here. So let's try it. 4432 Tucker. 4432 Tucker. Search. Well, no permits have been pulled.